Back now on Most Buffalo, and we are hearing about a major community fundraiser supporting HIV care and prevention here in our area. Dining Out for Life Western New York returns on April 30th with dozens of local restaurants donating a portion of sales to Evergreen Health. Since 2003, the event has raised more than $1.5 million for HIV services across the region. And joining us in studio is Matthew Higgins, Associate Vice President of Specialty Care for Evergreen Health. Thanks for being here, Matthew.
Thank you so much for having us, Lauren. We appreciate it.
And the big thing this year is this is a new time of year for Dining Out for Life.
Yeah, indeed. Nationally and in Canada, Dining Out for Life is usually celebrated in the springtime, and so we're moving to join all of the other entities across the nation and in Canada to drive awareness of HIV services and prevention services as well.
And so how do people get involved?
Essentially, you're going out for dinner, and when you go out to dinner, the restaurant that you choose to go to is donating a portion of their proceeds to the organization for our work on HIV treatment and prevention. There's not much you have to do except for to go, eat, invite your friends, and think about what HIV treatment and prevention means to you and to your community.
And we know it's coming up on April 30th, so an easy date to remember, the last day of April. And we're seeing some pictures from previous years. And like you said, to think about the cause and as you share your meal with friends. And what kind of things do you want people to think about?
I think when we think about the evolution of HIV, things are a lot different than they used to be, but it's important to remember too that even though the situation is better, there's still a lot of work to do and a lot of ways to support that. And it's important for us to know that we all have an HIV status. It's good for us to know that, but good also for us to support people who are anywhere on that continuum. And this is a good way to do that and to be thinking about what you know and what you think you know about HIV.
What should more people know?
I think the things that are important for people to know is that when a person is diagnosed with HIV now, their treatment course is usually very, very successful, and people live very healthy lives. Also, if a person has ongoing potential to be exposed to HIV, there's medication that they can take to reduce their risk. Things are way different than they used to be, but you know, it's hard to overtake old information. So this is a good time too to think about how much progress there is and how this has moved to being a truly treatable condition with the help of organizations like ours and the support of people who attend things like Dining Out for Life.
Yeah, just in the lifespan of the event, right? The fact that it's been going on since 2003 and so much progress has been made just in that time.
Thinking about the work in that time, like there are things that we can say and can do now for people and with people that would have seemed impossible at the time that this event started. And that is in part thanks to people attending things like this, keeping awareness up, keeping a spirit of curiosity, and also keeping a spirit of affirmation when it comes to people living with HIV and people with ongoing potential for risk.
And what does it mean to have so much involvement from the restaurants as well, that they're donating a portion directly back to our community services, health services center here?
Yeah, I think it demonstrates a strong commitment from local business owners to making sure that our community gets what it needs. Also, Key Bank, the sponsor for the event, is matching dollar to dollar up to $12,000 of what the restaurants contribute. So there's a lot of ways that this is making impact, but we're really appreciative, especially to these local businesses that are dedicating a part of their night to making sure that we can continue supporting our organization and providing these services to the people that need them.
Any specific services that you would like people to know about, or that maybe not enough people do know about?
Yeah, I think that something that's important to know is that there's not just one course of what a person needs if they're living with HIV or if they have potential for exposure. And the work of our organization is to really look at what a person has and what they need to get to where they want to go. And sometimes that means access to a food bank. Sometimes it just means a supportive ear. Sometimes it means making sure that people know what insurance they might need and what it can actually do. And so I think that something that's important for people to know is that the organization and the support that you're giving to this isn't just filling one cookie cutter thing. It's looking at each person's individual need and figuring out what we can do best for them.
Yeah, it sounds like a really all-encompassing type of support.
Yeah, indeed.
Again, Dining Out for Life coming up here in Western New York, April 30th, in the spring this year. In the past, it's been in the fall. Matthew, where should people go to make their reservations and to check out all the restaurants participating?
Yeah, you can go to diningoutforlife.com/cities/Western New York, or WNY.
Hopefully it'll be a great night out for a bite out to eat, maybe even patio weather.
Indeed, could be, who knows, right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for being here. Matthew Higgins is the Associate Vice President for Specialty Care at Evergreen Health. We appreciate it.
Thank you.